Yeah, we're excited to be playing. Thanksgiving break, it always means that you've done well in the season, so we're thrilled to be together as a team, as a soccer family, and competing over the holiday break. And also very excited to welcome North Carolina to town, obviously a premier college women's soccer program, and delighted to have them. We know a lot of times you're going to face in North Carolina to get to where we're trying to get to, and we're thrilled to be at home, and it should be a great matchup. They've had another tremendous year, and as we have, and so should be another great showcase of college women's soccer right here at Stone Stadium.
If you could both address this, I know you probably like to take it one game at a time, but this isn't a normal week with the Final Four on the line. How do you approach this week in game preparation?
Well, I'll start, and Sav can reiterate probably my point is that we've done all year is basically take it one game at a time. We know the Final Four is out there when you start the season, and all these teams are trying to get there, and our focus has always been the next game and trying to do our best on whatever opponent will be up next. And I think the team has done a great job to keep focused with that, and they're very excited to be playing. It's not something that this team has been scared of, nervous about. It's more of an excitement and just anxious to play. So I'm excited to see what they do on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've taken one game at a time all season long. That's how we managed to go, 17-0 in SEC in regular season play, and then nothing's changed for out of conference play. So just really prepared to play UNC on Friday, and the Final Four is always in the back of your mind. That's always kind of the end goal to get there, but you have to get through UNC on Friday first, and without getting through them, then we won't get to the Final Four. So just really staying focused on the job at hand and taking one game at a time has been a big thing for us all season, and will continue to be hopefully for the next 3 games.
For both of you, you mentioned they were the standard, and they got the 21 national championship. But how big, a couple years ago, just taking the mysticism off of it, getting that win up there, just showing that going into this game, it's a new year, but it kind of takes the shine off of that a little bit.
Well, that was obviously a tremendous accomplishment for our program to go and to beat North Carolina on their field, and we know what kind of work that took and how well we had to play on that day and how committed we had to be as a team. And it was a tremendous result, and we do have that experience in this team, a lot of the players. So we'll be, drawing upon that among all our other experiences we've had up to this point. And we know North Carolina will come in and is capable of knocking off a team at home just like we did at their place. So we need to be ready and protect our home field.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. 2 years ago, both teams were 2 completely different teams than we are now. So we just have to really be prepared to play our absolute best on Friday, and knowing that they're going to come in here with nothing to lose. I mean, they are coming in on an away game, so they are just going to give us our best. So we have to be ready for whatever they throw at us, and just stay focused and stay as a team and play the whole 90 minutes.
Savannah, what's it been like for you to not only grow up here, but then have so much success with Carolina? Have a lot of people reached out to you from Irmo, and do you hear a lot, especially after these matches?
Sort of. I mean, it's awesome to be able to play here, and then being from here, growing up, watching Gamecock soccer as I was growing up, I mean, it's a surreal kind of experience. But as far as, people reaching out, yeah, there's always kind of, old club coaches or high school coaches or high school, friends that I haven't talked to in, a little while that, come around every once in a while. So, I mean, it's kind of cool to talk to people that I haven't seen in forever. But at the same time, it's just that whole community, kind of experience that I'm from here. I get to represent where I grew up, that I take a lot of pride in, and it's pretty awesome.
Shelley, what does this current North Carolina team do? What have you seen on film that they're going to bring to this stadium?
Well, they're always obviously a very strong team, full of athletes that can play soccer, and they'll give you they make it difficult for you to play, put a lot of pressure on teams. They have talented upperclassmen, but also new faces that we haven't played before and seen, and they have tremendous freshmen up top. Again, like we've faced in the last few games, some players that we have to deal with. They have often played with 3 backs, which we haven't really faced this year, so it could be a new challenge depending on what they come out against. It's just a quality team, and we've got to be ready to move the ball against them and not turn the ball over because they're such a strong attacking team. So we've got to take advantage of any numbers that we can get forward and against them if they have gone with that system with so many numbers in their midfield and up top.
Savannah, the past 2 matches have been determined by 1 penalty kick each, and what are you hoping to do against the Tar Heels to kind of get the offense going in this upcoming match?
The past 2 games we found a way to win, and at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. But going forward, we'd like to, like Shelley just said, keep the ball. That's going to be a big thing for us, and just impose ourselves on them from the start. And I think if we do that, then at the end of the 90 minutes, we'll come out with a win. But we just have to be prepared to keep the ball, keep it moving, and then finish our chances. I think that's kind of one of the things that had got away from us the past 2 games. We had several chances that were saved off the line. And that at the end of the day, that can be a difference, So the few inches that the ball, should have gone in or could have gone in, we just have to make sure that we're running through everything in the box and being strong and finishing every chance that we get.
Shelley, broken record question, but y'all led the nation in attendance all year, and then the big difference in this game this year is the fact that it is here. Just how big is it to have a tremendous crowd to support what y'all have done this year, and just to be able to get over that hump in that regard?
Well, that's been an advantage for us all season, and obviously through these playoffs. I mean, it was one of the best soccer atmospheres you could find in a college game last week, and BYU was in town, and even when Colorado was here, and it makes it that much more exciting. Our team knows they have to play regardless of how many people are in the stands, but at the end of the day, when you're trying to get that goal, or you're down a goal, or you're trying to get one to finish a team off, the chance of Gamecocks in the stands really do help them, and it's exciting to play against some fans that have the energy they bring to the stadium, and we're obviously playing our hearts out for each other, but also all these fans that have followed us all year.
Does anyone have questions?
Pretty much for both of you guys, I know you guys had of course, a great, regular season and entering the postseason play, having a new season. I guess for both of you, how do you feel the team is playing? Are you guys playing your best soccer right now, or is there another level that you guys can get to, even though you guys have, gone on this deep run so far?
I can start that if you want me to,
Yeah,
Sav. I think this team has done a great job to, like we talked about earlier, stay focused on the task at hand coming up. And they also have, they've been a very coachable group. So when they go and look through a film from the game before, on little tweaks we have, even in, we're winning games, but there's things we've had to pick out to say, hey, this needs to be better. They've done it. And so their best soccer has been in this postseason, and every game they've really drawn upon what they've learned all through the season. And just this morning we trained, and they sometimes have made themselves like, oh my gosh, we're doing so well. And, it's quite a funny quote this morning that they feel good, and they know they're playing well, and they have that kind of confidence going into Friday.
Yeah, a big thing, the confidence aspect of this team is just amazing. And ever since preseason until now, everyone's had the same mentality and knows that game by game we're going to get better, and we're going to find ways to win, and we're going to stay together as a team. And when it's time to work, we put in the work at practice every single day, and everyone wants to be there. And that competitive atmosphere is what's helped us really improve game by game. And I think, going into Friday, we're going to improve on the little things that we could have done better against both BYU and Colorado, and find a way to win against Chapel Hill. And then moving forward, we'll find more ways to get better and just this team wants to get better. And I don't know if Shelley actually knows this or not, but a lot of us actually watch the game before we actually have film sessions. So, like, we'll go back and watch the game, like, the next morning or something like that, just because, I mean, we're always wanting to get better. And it's just that mentality that I really think has helped take this team to the heights that it has this year and will continue to help us be successful.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.